So like you, I started hearing about COVID-19 early on in 2020. Now, at first, I didn't pay much attention. It actually reminded me of the time when everyone was talking about the bird flu or SARS or Ebola, and none of them really ended up amounting to anything, at least impacting my life directly. So I wasn't too worried about this latest media overreaction of COVID-19. But at a certain point, I realized this was different. It went from being mentioned briefly here and there on TV to literally being the only thing that everyone was talking about. So I started to pay more attention. I began to do some research. Each night before sleeping, I'd take a screenshot of the worldometers.com COVID numbers, and I was just checking how many people had died and how many people had got it. And then I started making predictions about how exponentially fast this thing would grow. And being in the hotel business, I also began to feel the effects directly. People stopped traveling, people stopped going to hotels. So I was spending hours every single day in front of the TV, just watching the news, hearing nothing but doom and gloom. And I'll admit, I was very concerned. Each time that I would go shopping, I began to stock up on tinned food. I began to buy more rice and lots of big bottles of water, because I was worried that if everyone else started to panic, there was going to be a big rush on buying all the essentials. And then I thought, okay, if that happens, this is going to trigger flow-on effects. Supplies might run out, crime would surely surge, and society could even begin to break down. So I was thinking of worst case scenario, but I was also hearing about all the strongly opposed views. People who thought everything was not what it seemed, like conspiracy theories, medical professionals giving completely different medical opinions, people arguing over whether a mask worked or not, did it protect you? So there were many different views and many different people just willing to attack anyone else with an opposite view. And so all of this was becoming overwhelming, kind of depressing and just exhausting. So somewhere along the way, I made a decision. I was no longer going to participate. I would not continue to put all my energy and focus into something that I had no control over. So instead, I would block it all out, go about my normal routines, and I already live a fairly socially isolated lifestyle, so it was nothing new. But I would focus everything on my work, my health, and my future, because those things I could control. I went into full offensive mode. If my hotel business was going to suffer due to COVID-19, then I'd find something else to put all my energy into growing, which could do well, even during a pandemic. So I launched Strive. Now, I'd been thinking about doing this for quite some time, but COVID accelerated the process. Anything and everything else outside of my immediate control was happily ignored. I can't control what the government here is doing with tourism or when open air travel will fully resume. But I can control selling tickets with flexible dates to future events here. I can control what time I get up and what I work on each day. I can control what foods I'm eating, and if I'm going to the gym every single day. I can control what media I'm consuming and what I'm not. So here's what I'm suggesting to you. There's a point when you need to stop reacting and effectively being controlled by the news and social media, all these arguments and the latest political events, all of it, and just focus on you, your family, and doing your own thing. No one is coming to save you or me. So if we want to make progress in our life, we're going to do it ourselves. And it all begins with whether we give away our power to things outside of our control, or whether we focus our time and our energy to working on building our own better future. So focus on improving things that are within your control, ignore everything else, and your situation will improve. Hope that helps in some way. Don't forget to subscribe. And talking about improving things, now is the best time to get involved in Strive. The prices are cheaper than they will ever be. And when you become a member, you're going to get access to all of our courses that we film. What you're seeing behind me right now, this is actually a set. We're midway through filming a brand new course right now. We're actually in our lunch break. We're going to be filming a new one tomorrow. So we're going to be adding a lot of new courses on the Strive platform. And when you become a member, you're going to get access to all of them, even as we add more in the future. And in addition to that, you're going to be getting seminar vacation credit points. Now, the way that works is when you have enough points, You can actually come here to Costa Rica in 2021 for 7 days, 6 nights, you and a guest, and get everything included. All your accommodation, your food, your drinks, entertainment, all the activities, all of that. And you'll spend half of your time in this training room right here learning, so about 5 hours every day. And then the other half of the day, we're going to be out there having fun in Costa Rica as a group. So if you want to know more about that, check out strivecourses.com. And I'll see you tomorrow.